and welcome. I am Sherry, and spiritually known as Willow, and this is my channel, PWI Spiritual Investigators. On this channel, I bring to you evidence and detail of all things strange and unknown. Are you someone into the paranormal, into magic, and into having open talks and discussions with myself and others? Then this may be the channel for you. As a witch and practicing shaman, spirituality and understanding the other worlds are very important and something I've come to know and learn. I know that the other worlds and other dimensions exist, and it's my duty on my channel to bring you the truth and evidence of life after death and of life of other planets and other dimensions. Please do not forget to like, follow and support my channel to get more of my upcoming videos. And remember that we love all sorts of people coming to these shows, and we are happy to be open and to educate you with truth, reality and fact. So if you are somebody that loves the strange and the unknown, and you want to learn and to be educated more, then this channel is definitely for you. Blessed be. And the show will start soon. Hello and welcome to the show, guys. So it is Saturday evening and I'm joined by my beautiful sister Drew, and she is at Sister Kerry's house. So Sister Kerry is in the background but not on the video because she's got a bit of a bad voice from all of her talking over the weekend. So we're just going to sit here and we're going to have a little chit chat and stuff like that. So if I just let Sister Drew say hello to all of you quickly, and then I'll tell you what we're getting up to.
Hello everybody, it's nice to be live. I've missed everybody, honest to God, you've got no idea. I even missed being in the clan chat, guys, because I can't get in. My phone is playing up something terrible, so it really is hard to get in there. But just know that I'm missing you all, and I will be home tomorrow night, so we will get back online and see you all and say hi and things. So I hope you are all having a good, enjoying the weather, because it's absolutely roasting down here. Look, I'm all sunburned.
Yeah.
All burned.
It is really, really hot here in the UK and stuff. It's been mad. But literally tonight, we were going to do card readings, but really not feeling to do the card readings at the minute due to personal reasons. But we thought we'd do a chit chat and we'll see if any of you guys have got any questions or anything you want to ask us about anything. Or we just generally talk. Maybe Sister Drew can let you know a little bit about what she's been up to with Sister Kerry and things they might have been up to, whatever they want to do.
It's been absolutely amazing, guys. Honest to God, I knew that Glastonbury was really magical and spiritual and things, but it's not until you actually put your feet on the land do you realise just how magical and special it is. There's where we went to the chalice on the well, which was the lady that runs the place was actually handing over her baton, let's say, to somebody that she's been training up for a few years. So it was good to see them do that. It was good to be there it's good to see that them do that, and it was also good to be there in one of their meditations and feel like the vibration coming through the ground and everything. I would recommend anybody to go to Glastonbury and just feel it for themselves, because it really isn't describable. You have to be there to experience it. But I'm going to put a vlog together, guys. It's one of those places where they don't like you to film. They did say I could take pictures if I wanted to, so we took some pictures, but there's not much video to the chalice at the well. But I will put a big vlog together and you'll see the full trip. It's been absolutely amazing, honest to God, it's unbelievable. But you can ask questions once you see everything where I've been, and you can say, what's this, or whatever, But it's
Yeah,
amazing.
they have definitely been having a good time in that, from what I've heard from my little conversations with them. So it's going to be an exciting stuff to see when Sis gets back. It is a
Yes.
really beautiful place, from what I've known, because I've had people that have gone up there that are witchy and that, and they really say it's a really beautiful place, and it's something I really want to go to. I wanted to go with Sister Drew and Sister Kerry this year, but there's too much going on that I couldn't. So we're hoping to be doing it next year. And
We will be doing it together. If it's the last thing I do, we need to do it as a clan. Everybody that's in the UK in the clan, if you can come, definitely try and get to it. Then when we post where we're going soon, because you have to try and get to these things. It's absolutely amazing. And it is time that everybody starts to live their best life. As everybody knows, there's a lot of things going wrong in the world. You just need to look at the news and you know that. So it's the time is now to do the things that you've always wanted to do. Push yourselves a little bit further in life to do something different. Because see, when you do, it's absolutely amazing and you feel so good about yourself. It's you just don't even have any idea. It's absolutely crazy, honestly. Oh yeah, we definitely will, Eli, brother. We will hang out soon, I promise. But it's nice
yeah,
to see you. So how many people have we got in, Sherry? We've got loads of folk in the night.
well,
Help
it
me,
shows
Eli.
here 4, but YouTube is a bit weird with its numbering things. I know that there's quite a
Yeah,
few people in a minute ago. Excuse my
yeah,
voice.
there is. There's Eli, Sister
Yeah, no,
Kerry's
it's
here
showing
as well.
4 at the minute.
Hello.
Here, she's losing her voice, guys,
Hello,
because I've been chat, chat, chat,
Eli,
chat, chat.
Sister Kerry, MCAT,
Hi, everybody. Yeah, they'll all come in. There's loads of
and then obviously
comments.
Sister Drew's right in the room. I put in the room as well. So hello, angels. I hope that you're all okay. So yeah, we're just going to do, just like I said, a chit chat. Eli already said, "Oh, we're talking about the afterlife, or whatever you want to talk about. Like, ask questions,
Talk about
you
what
know,
you'd
ask
like.
paranormal, about the fairies, what anything. Just give us a chit
Yeah, I'm
chat."
just
And
getting my fan, guys. My head is
I did have
roasting
something
me.
planned for tonight, but I'm just not feeling up to doing that. And Sister Drew's been out all day with Sister Kerry as well, so it's just not the right time for that.
Yeah, it's just a little bit exhausting walking about in that heat when you're not used to. Oh my god, that is amazing. A big fan on my face. Oh, it's
That's good.
absolutely crazy, man. Honestly, one minute you're roasting, next minute you're freezing. Oh.
Yeah, I
I'm
need to
just out
lose
the
more
bath as
weight.
well. Had a nice salt bath. Had a nice salt bath
Oh,
with
yeah.
what did I put in it again? Lavender and geranium.
Rose geranium.
Rose geranium and lavender in a nice bath. So
Epsom and Himalayan.
Epsom salts and Himalayan salts as well. So I'm nice and chilled, nice and refreshed for starting my job on Tuesday as well, guys. So it's a bit great.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And it's nice having a nice salt bath. I like to do my salt baths and put my lavender and
Yeah.
things in there. It is nice.
But it's just, yeah, we were going to do cards, but it's just been one of those days that I've not even been able to ground myself anyway. So, and get,
No,
well, ground myself in my bath, of course, but you know what it's like. You've got to light up candles, call in your guys to help you and things, and I've just not done that, guys. So,
no, and
definitely
I've
no
not,
cards
and I'm
tonight.
not
Welcome
feeling
in,
it
MCAT,
anyway, love.
brother.
Definitely not
Yeah,
feeling it.
yeah, for sure.
That's for sure. YouTube acting suspicious again. Yeah, YouTube's always acting suspicious. There's always something weird going on with YouTube and
It's
stuff.
nuts. Well, it's good that we fight.
I've been in the middle of trying to sort out. Well, I'm trying to sort out the video for tomorrow's show to do with the fairy stuff. But to be quite honest, with everything going on with Mum and then them coming at me madly with everything, it's just been like chaotic today. It's just like.
You can't write things down quick enough.
So I'm
When they
really glad
start
that it's
giving
been
you
going on
messages.
for days and days. So I do it all in advance, but then I like to go back over the content, make sure everything sounds all right, looks all right. Try and get like this the pictures I'm trying to get at the minute and put the video together. It's just
I know, it's so hot in the UK, guys. We're not used to this heat over here. We
that
really aren't. It's
it,
good
that don't help either, especially when you're sitting there just in one spot for about an hour, 2 hours, and you're like sweating buckets. It's just like, oh my god. Yeah,
Yep, it's not nice.
Eli, Sherry, and Drew. I did another interview yesterday. It was draining. What interview did you do, Eli? Sounds good.
Yeah. Are you back doing your paranormal interviews? Let us know if you're back doing your paranormal interviews. That would be so cool if you were. Get back to your path. I can't
It's
see
good
the
to get back
comments, guys,
into what
unless
you
I'm
get,
talking
what you enjoy. Got to live life, like Sis said. You know, like so much things are happening.
There really is. Honestly, you don't realise just how much things is going on in the world. I tune out of the news a lot of the times. I don't watch the news and things. I don't want to really know
No,
what's going on going wrong, I should say, in the world. But sometimes you can't help but look and see what is going on. And I know there's a lot of trouble in the UK right now because of something that happened in a school, a dance school,
yeah,
sorry. So there's a lot of trouble going on right now. And I actually get told from William about 20 minutes ago that the route where my bus goes through tomorrow night, there's actually rioting in Bristol right now. So I need to be very careful what route I go home now. So I need to plan it really careful. There's rioting in Bristol, and that's one of the towns I go through. It's Bristol, so I need to be careful,
about
guys.
my afterlife experience, and someone is helping me to write a book. This person is a real author. Oh, that sounds really good.
Good, Eli. Let's have a
That
look
is
the
really, really
comment.
good news. Hello, my sister Kerry. How are
Brilliant.
you, my angel? I'm still searching
Shout
myself,
hello.
sis.
Hello. This is
Hello.
so weird. Hello.
Hello.
You got a voice.
She's got no voice, guys. I've chatted that much that poor sister Kerry's no voice left. She'll be glad when I go home. She'll be pure drained. Yeah.
There's
Popping up
Sister
at the
Kerry. See, guys, they're
like.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you
It
want? So,
is
what do you
good
want
to
to
be
talk about,
together,
guys?
guys.
What would you like to hear about? And that,
Yeah,
oh,
what
like
do
I
you
said,
want to talk about?
give us some
Ask some
ideas. Like I said,
questions. Come on.
yeah, give us something to like
Jonathan.
get our brains going a little bit. Like, do something. Like,
Come on. We always think of things to talk about. It's time you give us something to talk about. Give us a question. Look at my new mug that Sister Kerry got me. It's a wolf with
oh, that's
the
beautiful. Look at that, the
owl.
white wolf with the moon. Oh,
The
that's
moon,
stunning.
sorry, I've seen an owl. Nice,
Let's
isn't it?
talk about
And I've got
pizza
Lucozade
ghosts.
in it. It's not tea. It's Lucozade.
Let's talk about pizza
Too
ghosts.
warm
Who the
for
hell's
tea.
pizza ghost, Eli?
That'll be one of Eli's questions. What pizza do you like? Yeah, so down here's really magical. But there's loads of magical places in the world, guys. So even wherever yous are in the world, try and find somewhere that's a little bit different, a little bit spiritual, and try it out. Don't just say, oh, that's Glastonbury, I know where it is. Go see it, go experience it. Because if you don't go experience these things, you're always going to wonder what it's like. You're always taking somebody else's point of view somewhere. Go
Oh yeah.
experience it for yourself.
There
Honestly,
are so
and
many
don't look
magical
back.
places, and not even just these big places that you go to. You can find magical places in the most unfamiliar places or places you wouldn't expect to be magical. It's just having the capability to
Exactly.
sit and connect and feel it, and you'd know. You know, like my
Yeah, give
woodland, for
yourself
instance.
a
Yes,
chance.
don't get me wrong, there's some very beautiful places you can go and visit, but I just feel so much more tranquil being in my fairy woodland. I just feel that is my magical place. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think,
And
like,
that's
to
what
me,
it's all
nothing
about.
compares to that. But being in other places does add to that
Yeah. And it's
that
just
amplify
finding
of the
somewhere
energy.
that you're comfortable. It's just actually finding somewhere that's nice and quiet, where you can put your hands on the ground, relax, and just concentrate on whatever's going on around you, with the spirits, with your spiritual beings, even within your own mental health. It just gives you somewhere to sit and chill out. And usually what'll happen is the elementals that's around will start maybe blowing the wind or something, and that usually starts your mind thinking, oh, I wonder if that's spirits, or I wonder if that's elementals. And then before you know it, you're thinking about all that type of thing. And sometimes when you're thinking about it, you start to realise a few of your problems in life. And then it's got a funny way. your problems start to kind of even themselves out. And it's all because you're connecting to your inner self, and these things don't seem as much. They don't seem as big when you're in Mother Nature. And usually, Mother Nature will help you find the answers as well. You only have to try and put your hands on the ground and connect. And even just give it a go in your own back garden if that's all you can do. But try it is all my advice is too. You try it and see how you feel. Because I bet any money you'll feel 100 times better just grounding yourself and thinking about what's all going on in your lives. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that is very true. It is, and you do like you have to connect and things, guys, and it's not just to do it spiritually, but it really does help and benefit you and yourself as well. That's why people have got
It
to
does.
remember as well. So you get hear so many people saying about, oh, do it to connect to this and to connect to that, and no, do it just to make yourself feel better as well. Like you've got to be feeling good in
Yeah.
yourself and opening yourself to be able to do that and to communicate with other energies and other things that you want to be connected to. And Eli, my man is perfectly fine. Thank you for asking. He's good.
Yeah. And anybody that's not done it, go do it and see how you feel. Give it a go.
Give it a
Because I
try.
hadn't done it up to about 3 years ago, remember? And if I done it, I've never looked back. And now I want to do magical woodland walks and things where I teach people how to do it. And I show them how to do it and just see a lot of people will sit down, they'll give it 2 minutes, and if they don't feel nothing in 2 minutes, they'll move.
No,
You can't do that. You've got to sit, make sure
you have to
you've
give it a
chilled,
try.
and then put your hands in the ground, guys.
And you
See
don't
how you
have to
feel.
take loads of things with you and stuff like that. They just take yourself and maybe a crystal or something to keep you protected. You know what I mean? And you just got to sit there. You like sitting there for 2 minutes. You're not going to feel anything unless you're really open already. You've got to just sit there and enjoy. It's not just about connecting. It's about enjoying how you feel in that place. Once you start feeling that you enjoy being there and you start feeling your calmness, that's when you open. That's when other energy connects with you. You start feeling different things. It takes time, but
Yeah.
you don't have to do all these extravagant things and stuff. It's just about you just sitting there and connecting, closing your eyes and thinking about Mother Earth, thinking about Mother Nature, thinking about how they make you feel, and start feeling that energy coming to you. It's all about you manifesting what you want them to bring to you. Once you manifest that, you'll feel. So,
Yeah, and remember as well, it's not about we are witches, okay? We are spiritual beings, but it's
yes,
not even about doing that. It's about just grounding yourself to feel better in life. To even make look, and I've always wanted a job in my local shop for convenience, yes, but more because I'm the type of person I like to help people. The local shop is the heart of the community. So when I'm in there, I will be helping people without them even knowing it. We're just giving them positive vibes and just saying, how are you feeling? How was your day? If I see somebody that's really down, I can make them feel better by smiling at them, helping them, being nice to them. So remember, these
exactly.
things aren't always about being a witch or being a spiritual being. It's about just connecting to yourself and connecting to the people in your life, your
Just
community,
about it's,
and
it's
trying to
about
help
being
people.
being a person and being a
Yeah,
kind and a decent person. Like Sis said, yeah,
be,
we are magical and
just be nice.
spiritual and stuff like that, but you don't have to use that element all the time. I'll walk down the road and if I see people that look a bit glum, I just give them a nice smile and they seem to smile back, and it seems you see the relief in them because somebody's acknowledged them and realised. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't take
Yeah,
words all the time. Sometimes it's just an expression
don't
that you
tell them
do to
about
someone,
nothing.
or
Yeah,
you're walking past somebody and maybe they're feeling a bit crappy, and you can see it in their face. You might not smile, but you might nod at them to acknowledge them, and they're like, oh, somebody did notice I'm there. like like we
exactly,
always say, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know what people are going through in
exactly.
life, and sometimes just a smile or a nod of a head really helps someone to carry on. You know what I mean? Like, it's
You
so
have
important.
honestly got no idea. Sister Kerry and I had left our hotel yesterday, and we were just sitting outside having some water and just really chilling out until our son came for us. And there was this man, which we assumed was just a homeless man, walking past us. but he made a connection to us, and we smiled at him. We smiled, and then he
Yeah, he
spoke
smiled.
to us, and then he came back and asked if we had a light. So I gave him my lighter, and he lit his cigarette, and then he went away down and he sat on his little table himself. I can't even remember how he came back up.
I said, did he need any?
Oh, that's
Did he
right.
want
Sister
something
Kerry
to eat?
says, "Are you okay? Do you need something to eat?" And he's like, "Yeah, I could be doing with something to eat, thank you." So Sister Kerry went away and got him a double portion of chips. So by the time Sister Kerry came out the restaurant, he was sitting beside me, and I was just sitting talking to him and asking him if he was okay. He said he was homeless because his mum, he's got ADHD and a couple of mental health problems. So his little brother, I don't know their age or anything, guys, but his little brother has got autism. So his mum wasn't letting him in the house because he must have been winding up his brother or something. I don't know. But he wasn't allowed in the house. He was to sleep in a tent outside. So basically, he's been sleeping rough for I don't know how long. But he's really a handsome man. He was so handsome. It looked like something that you would see maybe walking in a beach somewhere, where he looked really ill. He looked really ill, and you could tell he had mental health problems. But Sister Kenny and I, we just were nice to him. I was telling him, are you keeping in contact with your parents? You keep in contact with your mum? Are you taking your medications and things? And he was saying that he doesn't like his medication. It makes him feel really spaced out. And I was just explaining to him that if he takes his medication, it will make him feel like that probably for a couple of days, maybe a week or so. But to try and stick it out, because often these things can level you out, and then you start to feel better. So the way we had left the conversation was, he's actually a famous author, guys. He's an illustrator, sorry, and people actually hire him to go and speak to dead animals. He's actually a spirit communicator. He sat and told us all about it. Yeah, he's wrote books. He's on Amazon. I'm not going to say his name because I feel as if that just wouldn't be right. So, but he's really a famous illustrator and things. So we're going to maybe look up and see if he's maybe missing or something because we just don't know. But he was such an amazing person, and it just shows you that these things can happen to anybody. And
Oh
he went
yeah,
away happy knowing that we were talking to him. He had something to eat. And he was actually going away to phone his mum. He's got a mobile phone and things, and he says he was going to go and phone his mum. So even just doing that shows that a little bit of humanity to people. Just smiling at them. Look what happened. Smiling at him, and he spoke to us. Gave him a light for his cigarette. Ended up giving him the lighter. And then I thought, should I have gave him that lighter? But we gave him the lighter. Sister Kerry bought him chips. And he went away quite happy, going to go phone his mum. So these things in life matter. And that started off with a smile. So you just don't know where a smile can take you, guys. Just try harder to be nice to people,
yeah.
Smile at
You've
somebody
got
if you
to.
feel they're down. Just simple things in
Kindness,
life can make somebody's day.
kindness is free, and kindness is something that everybody should do. Like we all
Right,
need a
Paul.
bit of kindness once in a while, and to come together and things like
But
that.
they were saying,
Like for me, like I noticed, like like we always say about how when we're like certain ways and we look certain ways that
in a
people won't
world
normally
where you
entertain
can be anything,
or
be
talk
kind
to
hearted.
us or they'll look away from us or stuff like that because they think that we look strange because of the way we're looking at. But I have noticed like the last month or so, like when I go over to my brother's or if I'm on the bus
Right,
going to
Paul.
see my mum and stuff like that, like I've had a few people that actually do acknowledge the fact that I'm on the bus now, where before they'd look away and not look at me because like I'm wearing me pentagrams and all that sort of stuff. Like I've actually had people actually physically start there and just sit down and go, so I take it you're a witch. We do understand what like the symbol is on your necklace. I said, yeah, I hope it don't offend you or anything. They're like, no, not really. They go like, obviously, like there's a lot of like. I had this conversation with a woman on the bus the other day, and she was going on about how people can be like really judgmental before they actually speak to someone. And she said that she used to be quite weary of people that done witchcraft and stuff because of the stuff she'd heard and whatever. And she
Yep.
was sitting on the bus she'd seen me a few times and she looked, but she never used to say anything. And just this one day, I just sat on the bus and I looked over to her, because normally when she would look at me and look away, I'd just look away. But I smiled at her, and then she come like to the front, and she was like, "Hello," and like said her name. I won't say her name out of respect, but I said, "Oh, I'm Sherry, Willow, my spiritual name." And she started going on about the necklace. She goes, "Oh, so you're a witch and stuff then?" She goes, "Is it true what they say about witches and that?" She goes, "Like, do you put like curses and stuff on people?" And I was just like,
You say, well, do you want to know what else is a rumour
there
about
are
a witch?
some
There
that
have been
will,
walks on the road. Do I have one?
and
No.
I said, there are some that will, and there are some that won't. I'm one of these that don't do curses and hexes and stuff on people. I remove them. I said, but the thing is all of our magic and what we do, no matter what sort of practitioner is, it's all been branded as being really bad. But the fact is, you know, a hex and a curse doesn't have to be really bad. It could be that you've cursed someone to stop them from doing something. It could be that you're hexed not to hurt anyone, but you've hexed so that something can't come forward. And she was like sitting there looking. I said, it's not always that we're cursing people and we're making people ill and things like that. We do not do that. I said, real witches are healers. We care about people, we care about our world, and we care about what happens in it, and we want to put goodness out there. That's what I do. And she goes, so like, are you just a witch then? And I was explaining to her about my paranormal that I do, and she says, like, what sort of things do you communicate with? And I was telling her about the spirits, and I was telling her about all of the elemental energies that I communicate with. And then I told her I was connecting with fairies, and she started laughing. And I said, what's funny? She goes, fairies? She goes, in that like child's play? I said, no, fairies are very real. And she was like,
Yeah.
are you what? And I was like, yeah, no. And literally I was sat on the bus. And obviously, I'm sat on the bus and that, and she's sitting there laughing about this, right? And I'm sitting there thinking, for fuck's sake, I've got my phone here, right? Like literally sitting there, and Liara comes and goes, just show her the video. And I was like, what? And she goes, show her the video. So I said, do you want to see something? And she was like, what? She goes, I ain't going to see no ghost or something come up on the screen and scare the hell out of me. And I was like, no, just, it's a fairy, okay? It's what I caught when I was on an investigation and stuff. And it's somebody that I speak to all the time. I've known her since I was 5 years old. And she goes, what, so it's an actual physical? I said, no, you'll see what she looks like. She's not a physical person. You'll see it. So I've got my YouTube up and she's sitting there and she's looking and she sees the gravestone. She goes, oh, no, no ghost. I was like, it's not a ghost. It's not a ghost. They're like, it might look like one, but it isn't. You can see her distinctly. So she's sitting there and she sees her come up to the screen and she was like, her mouth just opened. She went, oh my God. She goes, you can see that's a fairy, can't you? And I was like, yeah. She goes, what, you caught that on camera? I said, yeah. She goes, why didn't you put that out? I was like, because I've got respect for my little people and I will not do that. I'm only showing you because they implied to me it was okay to show you because you was laughing. She goes, I wasn't laughing because I was being disrespectful. I was kind of laughing because it's not very often you hear people of adult age saying that they believe in fairies. I said, believe me, there's a lot out there that believe in fairies if you look in the right places, you know what I mean? And she was so gobsmacked by the video. She was like, because I showed her it where it was slightly slower, and then I really slowed it down for her, and she was amazed. She was like, oh my God, like, I didn't realise. I said, you've got to be open then. There's so much out there that you don't see because you don't open your mind to it.
Allow
You know?
yourself to believe is what I say. Allow yourself to believe, even for a moment, and it opens up doors.
Yeah, that's what I
Really
said to her.
does.
Just believe. Like, it's not about you sitting there and like having to do loads of stuff. Do it. Just sit there and go, you know, look, I open my heart. Okay, I do believe that maybe you're there because I've seen something, you know, like, it's all it takes. And, you know, like, she was just so shocked by it. She goes, I wasn't laughing at you because I thought you're nuts. It's just this weird coming from an adult. It's normally kids you always say that they believe in the fairies. I said, but I've seen them since I was little.
Better than
So
near enough, they all dressed
I
as
said, and there's
fairies or
loads of
whatever.
people that are into it. You just don't, obviously, because you're not into that side of things, you don't see the people that are actually into it and have had experiences and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And she goes, it's absolutely amazing. She goes, it's really sad that you don't want to put that video out for people to be able to see. I said, oh, it's on like YouTube and stuff like that. It's out there for people to see. I just won't be somebody that will go around and start putting it in magazines and on TV and that. I said, it's not who I am. And she's like, yeah. I said, you know, enjoy what I do, and I have a lot of respect for my energies that I work with. She goes, so if you talk and you see fairies, I go, yeah. She goes, do you see like spirit and stuff as well then? And I was like, yeah. And like I was sitting there and I was talking to her, and she's sitting, and she went quiet, and she kind of like looked to the side. I could tell something wasn't right. I knew, like I could feel that she was feeling something, and like there weren't really hardly anybody on the bus, so I didn't obviously go into detail, but I just said, you've had a recent loss recently, haven't you? And she was like,
Yeah.
she looked at me. I said, do you mind me talking about it? She goes, no. I go, I do sense like that you have had a loss and stuff like that. I said, it's a young boy, isn't it? A young lad. And she just like put her head to the floor, and I was like, was it a grandson? And she just looked at me, her mouth just opened. She went, how do you know? I said, because I can see him standing near you. She's like, what? I said, he's near you. And I described him, and she was just like, oh my.
Wow.
She goes, that's exactly what he's like, and that. And like the clothing that you said that he's wearing is what he was wearing when he died and stuff. She go, and I said, like I said, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I don't want to upset you or anything. I'm just letting you know that he's there and
Yeah.
he's with Nan, like, because you were saying, you asked
Mhm.
if I see spirits, so I could see something's wrong with you. I said, is everything okay? And you said, well,
Yeah.
no, I lost somebody important. And that's when I see them. And I told her, I said, like, I wouldn't go into a full detail reading with you because we were on a bus. But I gave her like my name and that, and my Facebook. And I said, if you ever on Facebook and you want to look me up, you know where I am and that. She goes, the stuff you was picking up on, she goes, like, what the hell? I was like, if it's there and you're okay with it, that's why I asked you if it was okay to say anything. If you'd have said no, can I not do it? I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? But because she said it was all right and there's nobody on the bus,
Yeah.
that's why I'd done it. And she was like, yeah. I said, if there
Mhm.
was other people sitting there, I wouldn't have. So and she was like, yeah. And she
I
goes,
know.
she goes, oh, you sit there, don't you, when they pass away, and you wonder where they are and if they're okay. And she goes, is he okay? And I said, yes, he's fine. He's very happy. He's being looked after. And I said, I'm seeing like an older gentleman standing with him. And I explained the jacket and stuff. And she's like, she'd lost her husband, obviously, as well. So she sounds like my husband. I said, so he's with his granddad then. Like, it's abilities can be really hard
Sure.
because sometimes you get that feeling when you're sitting there. Like, normally I would not do that. I would just do anything private and people come to me and that. But there has been times where I've been sat there
Yeah.
and somebody just gave me a really big feeling that something needs to be said. And she was one of them. You know what I mean? And I just said, look,
Yeah.
are you okay with me telling you what I'm seeing? And are you okay for me to speak about it on here? It's somebody that's passed away. And she was like, yeah. And, I told her what I was seeing. And she was just shocked. You know what I mean? But by the end of it, she
Yeah.
was smiling. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
she
Because
knew
you
that
made
they
her
were there
day.
with her. And
You made her day. We so.
yeah. And it's not
So.
very often I do it. Normally I
Mhm.
will only do it in private. But if I get like a really, really big feeling about somebody that they need something, you know, I
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll just go, do you want to go somewhere privately, or are you okay with talking here? Yeah. I'm go Hang on a minute. I'm going to say something weird. Please put your thoughts through. Since I've known our Willow, I have felt at peace, really calm. Can I blame you, sister? Well, if I make you very calm and that, blame me all the way. And I'm very happy to take that blame, Paranormal Hub, most definitely. And I do actually believe in the Fae. Some say mischievous, bad, F F good. I think it's on the owner what they
What they
perceive me.
perceive.
I know they are there. I show respect like to anyone. No, and that's it,
Yeah.
Paranormal Hub. The thing is, there is a lot of negativity about the Fae folk because of old stories and tales and stuff like that. And obviously, every Fae folk in every country and in every, you know, religion and things like that, they're all very different. Like with like Ireland Scotland, Wales, England, even though we're all in the same country, we've got slightly different beliefs in what our faith folk do. There's a slight, and it's no different when you go
Yeah,
to America
religions
and
do.
you go to Australia and you go to the USA. They all see the fae in different ways. Some people see them in a very positive way, some people do not. It's just how it is. It's
Yeah.
the culture thing, you know what I mean? But I
You
have
could sit
found
and
that, like, the
looking
sort,
through that book, and there's loads of them. There's loads of different fairies, guys. There's loads of
there is
different
loads.
cultures.
There
Yeah.
is loads of them, and they're very interesting to work with. Like, there are the more regular ones and stuff like that, and I get why people find it hard to get their head around it, because like anything else, it's all been brushed off to not be real, or it's all been given as
Mm.
really negative stories about them, so people won't associate with them. When, as I've said, it's from 5 years old, I've had experiences with them and I've never had a bad experience. Yes, my first experience, a couple of experiences with them was scary because I weren't sure of what they were and things like that, but they weren't nasty or bad
Yeah.
or anything like that. I'm not saying they
Because it's
can't
different. You're
switch
scared.
and they
Yeah.
can't
Because
change,
it's
and
different.
I'm not saying they can't be dangerous. Yes, they can if you push them too far.
Everything can be
But
dangerous.
you would have to have done something so bad to them and to their realm and that for them to go to that level, and that takes a lot. Normally they'll
Yeah.
just not entertain you, or they'll move away from you, or they're like, well, we're not working with you anymore, and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, that they're not negative energies. All this stuff
All
you
these
hear.
entities know your heart before you even approach them. They can sense if you're a good person, a bad person.
Yeah.
They can all sense that. So they know
Yeah,
the
and
people
this
to
is
talk
like,
to
this
and
is
the
stuff
people
that I'm
not.
going to be learning you about, because obviously I'm going to be learning you through my own experiences. I'm not through like anything else, just what I have
Yeah.
learned from them and how I've been. And you've always got to be open-hearted to them, and you've got to be accepting of them, and you haven't got to be judgmental, and you've got to be prepared that if you step out of line, they can change their characteristic and the way they are. It's how they self-defense, it's how they protect the self. But you've got to think, they've
Yeah.
been here for centuries and centuries, so they've seen how we work as human beings. They know our game. They're
Yeah.
very good at picking up on you. You don't even have to be in their presence and they'll know what you're about. They'll see if you've got light, they'll see if you've got darkness. Now, that's what I say about the light and the dark fae. Even the dark fae, 9 times out of 10, will not interact with human at all. They'll leave you alone. They don't entertain you. They don't want to know you. Normally, the only times they'll come to be in contact with you is if there's something that you've got that they want, or they've seen something in you they don't like, and they see that you're not good to certain areas or places and stuff. They will try to do things then, you know what I mean? Like, they will, the
Yeah.
negative ones. But all of this stuff about they go around killing people and they do this and they do that, I have never experienced that in the light or in the dark side of the fae. There hasn't been no killing
I did
from
say
what
there
I've
could
seen, you
be,
know.
but
It's
they're only
I'm
going to
not going
do
to sit here and
something
say
like that
don't
to
follow
you if
the
you do it wrong.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit there and say to you like ignore everything that you see and everything that that you're told, because I've not had that experience, so I can't say to you that if they do that or not.
Mm.
I'm not telling you to
Yeah.
test it or to find out,
Yeah,
because they are
exactly.
very
Don't test
powerful
it.
creatures. You know what I mean?
Just don't try.
Just stay on the
I wouldn't
right
try.
side of them and don't be judgmental when you go up when you try to communicate with them. Get out what you've
Yeah.
seen and been taught through TV and books. Get that out all out your head and be just clear minded and let your feelings and your instincts tell you what you think about them. And I think you'll be
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised on the responses, because they
Go
are
into the
absolutely
woodlands and
beautiful.
figure it
So
out for
beautiful.
yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, they are
Definitely
absolutely
go to the
beautiful
woodlands.
creatures. As long as you keep yourself safe and protected, and you talk to them right and things like that, they'll be fine with you. But as I keep saying to you in all of my videos, don't go out looking for them. Don't go communicating with them when you don't know nothing about them. You do need to do your research, your studying, understand about their beliefs, their characteristics, their faiths, all of these sort of things. You know what I mean? You do need to understand about your faith in your area, because as I said to you, I could be talking to you about my faith folk here, but it doesn't mean that your faith folk in your country are going to be the same. So you need to look up the laws of your country to do with them, and their folklores and their rules and what they like and what they don't like, and go from
Remember
there.
as well, guys, you don't know what they've all went through. If there is fae in
No,
your area, you don't know what they've all went through, so there could be a protective side to them. So you have to really do your research as well. If you do think they're in your area, do a bit of research and see what you come up with, and then
yeah,
judge it for yourself
and just
and go
sit
with
and
an
just
open
connect to the
heart.
natural elements.
Yeah,
Just sit and connect
exactly.
like that. That's the first step, is just connecting to yourself and connecting to the stuff around you. Once you get to understand the voice of nature, you'll understand the fate. Okay,
Yeah,
you
you've got
have
to
to
give it a
have this
chance.
understanding. The fae folk are
Yeah,
connected to nature and to the elements. You need to have an understanding for Mother Earth and Mother Nature. You have
yeah.
to be able to
And
have
that
that
starts with
connection.
putting your butt on the ground. Your bum on the
Yes,
ground
get
and
your
your
butt
hands
on
on
the
the ground.
bum or lay down, whatever you feel like doing. Just
Mm.
lay there and just be silent and just feel and hear everything around you. You know what I mean? Like
I
it's
wish all yous experienced what I experienced at the Charles Well. Honestly, I could feel as if the ground was talking to me. I had my hands on the ground. I was sitting just listening to what the ladies were saying, and just trying to connect to the energies around me. And you do feel it, but you have to want to feel it. And you have to put your hands on the ground, clear your mind as best you can, and just try and connect. And it starts with knowing yourself. You've got to really know who you are, and don't care about how you look, about anybody else thinking, oh, they're looking at
no,
me or whatever. Just
just being
go
you.
and do these things. Yeah, go try it. That's my advice to anybody, is go try it. If you know there's something spiritual going on in your area, like what we experienced, go give it a go and see how you feel, and then you can say what you think after it. Because I have never experienced anything like that in my life before. It was
And I think
absolutely
like
amazing.
with that sort of
Do you know what
energy that you
I've
felt,
seen?
sis, with that sort of
I've
energy you
seen.
felt, if you sat there, I think you would have started crying. It is that sort of energy. There is certain energies that when you sit down and you really start to feel it, it's, even though you feel it and it's talked to you, it physically inside heals you as well. It heals you from the inside. Like you feel everything move through your body, any pain, any what, everything just starts to come out. And I've done it. I've been sat there when I've had really bad times, and I've just been like there, and I've put a little bit of music, and I've sat in my area that I know really gives me that sort of feeling. And I've just started crying for no reason, because it's releasing everything from me. You know, it's
Yeah,
just even sometimes that release and unblocking you
exactly.
as well. You know what I mean? It's just so important, guys. And you can have some truly
When we
remarkable
did that,
experiences.
when we were there the other day and we were meditating, I could see myself walking, just about to walk under a little Roman bridge with foliage in it, well, loads of wildflowers and different things at the side of it. It wasn't water or anything. And when we came out of the place and I was telling Sister Kerry what I'd seen, she says, and I drew it. She got me a little book so that I could start doodling things, and I drew what I seen in my book. And Sister Kerry says, I know exactly where that bridge is, and we're going tomorrow to see if we can find it before I go home. So these things, you maybe think it doesn't matter, but if you draw it or tell somebody about it, then they might know where you're talking about. So don't ever think that some of these things are not important. Try and remember the details, because and speak to people about it. Because look what happened to me. If I kept that to myself, Sister Kerry would never have knew I had that experience, and then we wouldn't be going tomorrow to find the bridge. So you don't know, guys. You have no clue to anything until you start trying. And that's my best advice to you. Go try these things for yourself, because I swear it'll change your life. It really did change
It
mine
does.
when I started doing this part.
It does. It does. Like anyone can sit here and tell you about experiences and
Hi,
that, but it's not
everyone.
quite. It's hello, Evie sis. It's not the same as experiencing it. Us trying to tell you and explain it to you is really difficult. You've got to be able to feel that yourself. You know what I mean? And you know, like going to new places, taking adventures, taking risks is going to open you spiritually. It's going to help you to connect. You know, even
Yeah,
just going to places in your location and in your area at the minute to get used to going out and get used to being,
It's
you
so
know, out there
needed
if you're a
these
bit
days,
nervous.
guys. I've got no
Build yourself up.
idea. I've got no idea just how much it helps. The world is going to pot. We are needed more than ever, and it's only to just keep smiling at people, keep doing these live streams, and keep you all strong, and just sharing our path to help yous. But if we keep living the life we're living, and doing these things and connecting to our spirituality and keep sharing it with people, then slowly, some people will change and that person will change and they'll smile at somebody else and then they'll go smile at somebody else and it has a knock on effect. And before you know it, you've maybe made 5 people happy with smiling at one person. So just try being nice to people is my best advice as well. Be kind to yourself, feel your worth, and share your happiness. And that starts with a smile. And that's the truth.
Yeah, true, sis. It's good to hear accounts, but to be involved yourself is an eerie difference. Yes, paranormal hub, you know, like everybody's going to find things that they find like unsettling or weird. You know what I mean? Like magic and meditation and connecting to yourself, it really does open you in different ways. So at times you might feel a bit off edge or you might feel a bit nervous or you might get a bit scared. That's a natural feeling. That's not anything bad to feel about or anything like that, Michael. Okay. um you know, you don't need to feel bad about that. That's just part of the regime of it, like having those sort of feelings and stuff like that. But the more that you connect, the more you get used to it. These energies are not something you're supposed to be used to, because it's only really significant and important people that really feel the real energy of what's around us, you know what I mean? So don't be scared of it. Like, yeah, you might be at first. It's a first experience. It's a first time, you know. But just remember that nothing can hurt you if you're protected and if you believe that you're protected. Okay, that's what you've got to remember, and trust yourself and trust the energies that are guiding you and helping you. It's so important. Okay. And that's why I always say go to Mother Earth and go to Mother Nature when you start to communicate, because in their areas where they're very prominent, you're not going to get nothing negative coming to you because of their energy. Nothing negative is going to come past Mother Earth and Mother Nature's energy and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, go to where they
Just keep
are.
protecting yourself. Yeah.
Even sitting in your garden near
But
your flower pots or your tree, it's an energy of Mother
just
Earth and Mother
always
Nature. It
talk
protects
to your
you.
guides.
Mm,
Trust your guides, I've got your back.
yeah,
That's what I do. I just trust that Timber's with me. I trust that all my uncles are behind me and they've got my back in the spiritual life as a
yeah.
did in this life. And that's what you've got to trust in. Do not
You've
doubt
got to
it.
trust that.
See, when I do
Because
tarot readings, this is the God's honest truth. See, when I do tarot readings, I do not even start to flip a card over and read it for you guys unless I feel the chill up my back. And that's usually an inclination that my guides are here. I usually feel as if I've got a little coldness behind my back, and usually you can feel like there's a chill, but there's also like a heaviness behind you. And that's my cue to know my guides are in the room. And if you can feel that feeling on a ghost hunt, or if you're walking through a spooky woods to go home, if you can call upon that energy to feel it behind you and trust in it, you will feel the power is endless. But you have to know how
yeah,
to feel that energy. And
you've got
trust
to
it
take
is important.
notice.
Trust in it. They were given free will by their father, so what people did, good, evil is free
We
will.
were given
Well, there's some
free
people
will.
in this world that are out there to just do anything negative they can, bring down people's spirit when they see they're doing good, and that is the people that you try and avoid. These people are just jealous, they want a bit of limelight for themselves, and they do not like seeing people do good. So the best thing you can do is keep smiling, keep pushing through, and don't let the evil and the bad side win, because it will win if you give in to it. If you start giving into the evil feelings around you and even the bad vibes around you, you're going to change. You have to keep pushing through, knowing that when you do feel the bad feelings, it's just the opposite. It's just the yin and the yang to the you're feeling positive. So for every positivity that goes on, there's going to be a negative reaction. So you have to just keep balance. You have to keep the balance and then push through, because there's always going to be somebody that wants to take your shine.
And
So
not
just push
always
through
maybe
it.
looking at that bad energy or unsettled energy as evil. It's not evil. It's something that teaches you about you and your
It's
emotions and your
energy.
feelings and how to see when something's not right. And you know,
Yeah,
a
I think I
dark
agree with
feeling,
you,
a
like,
sad feeling, and that is not evil. Like, people really do need to stop saying good and evil, because it's not good and evil, it's light and dark. They're both the same, and we need both of
yeah.
them. Okay, it's
You'll
how you
know when
read
it's
it. If you're
evil.
going to sit there and work on negative energy and you're going to make it negative, then you're going to attract negative spirit. It's not the darkness energy itself doing that, it's what you're portraying it to be, and you're willing it into your life. You've got to learn not to do that. Darkness is not a bad thing. Darkness is an energy like the light that you need. We are born from darkness. We sleep in darkness. Darkness heals us when we have headaches. You know, it's not a bad energy. It's not. It's just
No, it's just
how
a
people
balance.
use it and how people work around it. You know, if you're going to look at something that's being really good things will come, and you're going to look at things as being really bad and put it really bad and go, okay, it's good and evil. It's not good and evil. It's life. It's balance. It's like Sis said, yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. And where the
Yeah.
light is the one that guides you, puts you on your right path, the darkness is what shows you what's going wrong and how to walk forward in that problem to get out of that. So they're both positive things in my eyes. It's just how people illustrate it. Do you know what I mean?
And if it is something truly evil, like an evil spirit or an evil emotion that you're feeling, then remember that is why the archangels are there. Do not
Yeah,
let anything scare you and feel as if it's got dominion over you. The archangels are there by your side at all moments in time. It just takes you to clear your energy and call them in, and they'll have your back. There's loads of things you can do if you feel evil around you. But the important thing is not to be scared of it. And remember, the balance of
no,
evil is good. So you call in the good to deal with the evil. Everything's got balance in life, remember. So don't let one emotion take you over. Go straight to the balance of it and even yourself back out.
exactly. And that is what you do. Like, when you're looking at that dark side as being evil, don't look at it as being evil. Look at it. What's it trying to show you?
Yeah.
What are you seeing from that situation? And work that to go into the light. The thing is, I'm not
Glad we
saying that
could help you,
evil and
Michael.
badness does not exist. Of course, evil and badness exist. I'm an
Yeah,
investigator.
that's
I've
good.
faced evil and darkness, but it does not come from the energy source of the dark. It comes from beyond that. The darkness
And
and the light is Earth's
it's part of the
energy
universe.
itself. It's completely different. You know
It's
what I mean?
part of the universe. It's never
Yeah,
going to go away. It's always going to be here. And it's about
we need
coping
all
with it,
energy, guys.
knowing how to cope with it, and about moving on past it and don't let it affect you. I used to let negative things affect me all the time. Like,
Yeah,
I would walk by somebody that I knew and they wouldn't smile at me or they wouldn't talk to me. I'd be like, in a bad mood all day because of it. But then I think to
yeah.
myself now when it happens, maybe there's something going on in their head that they didn't notice me. Maybe they're going through some sort of mental health thing, or maybe there's something going on in their life that they just didn't notice me at that time.
Hey, Kim.
It's never about you guys, it's always about the other person. Remember that. It's never about
Yeah,
what's going on with you, it's always about what's going on with them.
like I said, you don't know what's going on with people behind closed doors and what people are
Mm.
facing every day. So, and you know, like I've done the same. Like, when I first started out and I become spiritual a long time ago, and then I started YouTube and stuff. And from doing YouTube and going out and stuff, I started to think that people were ignoring me, people weren't seeing me the right way. Where now I'm trying to get out of that. Yes, I still have my moments where I get a bit depressed and stuff. That's because of what's going on, but I try not to let that affect me anymore. And like, obviously I have a complete understanding of what light and dark is. And I love and I honor both. Okay. Because it's, if I didn't have both of those energies, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I would not be
Welcome in,
existing in
Kim.
this world. Hey, Kim sis. We just wouldn't exist in this world if we didn't have both of those energies. You know, it's not about being evil and being good. It's light and dark, guys. They're both energy of the universe and stuff. And all this stuff, where the demons and all the devil and all that comes from, is not from the darkness energy itself. It's beyond that. You know what I mean? It's like the light energy here is not God and all of that. The light energy is the energy of the energy that's here, as in here. You know, but the realm itself, the magical realm itself, the the kingdom or whatever, is beyond that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's
just
in between.
listen, do you want to know what it is? It's just important to know yourself. Know
Yeah.
what's around you, know what's your emotion and what's somebody else's emotion. Because most of the time, if you think about it, if you walk around with a smile on your face and you're happy within yourself, and somebody that's really down sees that, they don't like it usually, and that's because you're happy and they're not. So remember, just smile at people, and if they aren't going to smile back, then remember it's not your problem, and there's something obviously going on with them. And be confident in who you are, and be confident in your practice, and knowing that some things take a little bit longer to connect to than others. And
Yeah.
and remember, this path isn't easy. Nothing in life is easy that's worth fighting for. That's just a really the land. So it's
It
always
is.
important
And
to
I've
keep on top of your spirituality.
somebody really close to me at the minute that's going through some situations like that. I'm not going to give names, but like going through situations where they're trying to make dreams and stuff come true. And that's exactly the same thing I say to them. Look, the things that you love, the things you desire, the things that you dream of having do not get handed to you. They are the hardest things to get. But when you get it, you feel the privilege, you feel the goodness. And that's what you've got to do. Stop sitting there trying to give up, trying to say that you can't do this, you can't do that. There isn't anything that you can't do if you put your mind to it.
It maybe
Okay.
takes
You just,
forever to do
things
it.
take time.
You'll
You've
do
not
it.
got the money at the minute. You've not got the things to go forward. Oh well, but it doesn't mean that you can't prep and prepare ready for when it does happen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there is still positivity in that. Nothing that, like your sister said as well, nothing that you want more than anything is just going to get handed to you. It does take
It's
time and
never going to get
dedication and
handed
hard
to. And
work.
see, if it
And it's
does,
no different with
you
our
got it too
practices.
easy.
It's no
You
different with our
usually lose
practices.
things like that.
When you're in this, you're not in this because you just want to be something amazing. You're in it with your heart and with your soul. Okay. It's like it is your dream, it is your desire, it's part of your destiny, it's part of everything you're going to become. So it is so much more than that. You know, when we talk about becoming witches or becoming spiritual, it's not just about becoming spiritual so you feel good. It's you becoming spiritual because you're connected and because you want better for you, you want better for others, you want better for the world. You know, you just see things in a completely different way. Everything matters. Everything matters. You
There's
know,
too much out there trying to be negative. We have to all stand together now, and I really feel this really, really deeply. That this year is the year that everybody that's good and spiritual has to start fighting back to these evil forces. We have to get strong, become a team, and start pushing out the narrative of love and light and blessings to everybody, prayers, anything that works. If you have to give away a free oil to somebody because you know it's going to help them and they've not got the money, then that's just what we have to do, because it's more important than ever this year to start fighting back and taking back the narrative of negativity, people that just want to do harm and
yeah,
everything that's bad.
yeah.
We're
And
the
it's them
ones with the
people
power.
you
We're
got
the ones that want
the people like that are what you need to push out of your life, all the negative people and things like that, because they're not there to make you feel good. They're there to bring you down. They're there to make you question yourself. They're there to make you feel crap about yourself because maybe they're having a crappy life
exactly.
themselves,
Yeah,
and that's why they do it, because they're having crap time themselves. So it's better to not respond or do
it's about
anything
them,
towards
not
them. Let
you.
them get on with it, because you don't know what they're facing. You don't know what they're going through. Just let it go. I've had it where people have come to me and they've really wanted help with something, and I've said how much it's going to cost for them to have it, and they've not had money, or that they weren't going to be getting paid till next week. And, I've just gave them the stuff. It's like, look, just take it, because it's not about the money for me. It's about, I want people to feel okay and feel secure in their life and to understand things. You know what I mean? Like, there's too much
Especially this year.
take, and there's not enough giving. This world never used to be like that.
Exactly.
We never used to
Take
worry
the
about
time to
money, or
people.
money wasn't important. Look at our poor people back in the day. They didn't have a lot of money, but they were happy. They got together. They were like a massive family. It's not a negative thing when you don't have money. It's how you perceive it and how you work with it. I don't have a lot of money, but you know what? I love bloody
I
life.
never have
I
money,
love
and
life.
it don't bother. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. You don't miss
I'm
what you've never
rich.
had. It
I'm
doesn't bother
rich,
me.
not rich with money. I'm rich with my belief, with my faith, and with my love. I'm rich. I'm the richest person in this world because of what
No,
love I
you
have in
lie.
me.
The evil being can't
That's what
break you.
richness is. Rich is
Stay
not
strong,
money, it's you.
if you stay strong and know who you are, then you're winning. And when the day comes that you don't feel as strong, you reach out to somebody that is strong right now, and then you get them to pull you back up. Why do you think I'm doing all this, taking my trips around to see my sisters? Because this is the year that I'm fighting back and taking back my life. I'm doing the things now that I always wanted to do when I was younger, and because I had my Kerry Young, because I had my daughter Kerry Young, and my priority became her right up until she turned 16, and then my priority became Liam. Now Liam is 16, it's my priority to keep myself happy now. Yeah, I've got my grandkids and I've still got my daughter and my son and things, but I cannot be strong for them if I'm not strong within myself. So I'm
Yeah.
taking this time out this year to to be selfish a little while and take these trips for a week to go find my who I am. Because I
But
know
you're
that when
not
I
being
go back,
selfish, sis.
I'm going to be the best person I can be. But even if I
You're
am
not,
being selfish in doing that,
yeah,
I'm doing it anyway because it's important. You know,
it is, but you're
it's
not
important because
selfish.
I need to
You're
be
not
strong.
selfish, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. What you're doing is right.
yeah,
That's your path. That's your gift, and you're not selfish. You've
yeah,
done all those years of looking after them and making sure they're okay. They are
yeah,
young adults now. It's okay for you to let go a little bit and be you.
yeah.
We need to. We don't live forever. You get one life in each life, guys. So you live it like you want it.
Exactly.
you know and
Yeah.
like, yes, there is the light of God. There's the light of any god or goddess that you believe in, or
Yeah,
whatever, you know
Sister
what I mean.
Cherry's got the t-shirt on right now. That's so weird,
And
isn't it? She's got
evil
the t-shirt on that says,
evil
sorry.
doesn't do anything if you don't allow it to. If you read into it and you allow it to beat you, then evil will do a lot to you. But if you don't and you just keep going on with life, it will not affect you. Okay, that it's all about you and how you're seeing things. Life is really important, guys. And more than anything at this moment in time, you really need to connect yourselves for yourselves more
Yeah.
than anything. Okay, and
And
so
Michael
that
for
you see your
Paranormal Hub, I
importance.
am so proud of you. I am so proud of Michael for the Paranormal Hub because it's true. A year ago, if you had asked me if I believed in fae, real spirits, feelings, I would have said no. But now, yes, I have found stability, love, light, and peace. And I'm so
That's
proud that you have
amazing.
done that, Michael, because I know when I interviewed you, you weren't at your best, and I seen it in you. And I would never have said anything when I interviewed you, but now that I can see you on the other side. I feel so proud of you. You're out there doing what you love, and you're getting your house together and everything, and it's looking amazing. So right now you are on the top of your game, and see
You're
that
doing truly
love and
amazing.
light that you're feeling. You're doing great on it, and I really feel as if you're at a part of your life right now that you are like us. You want to spread the love and light, and you don't want to go back to where you were last year or a couple of years ago. You're feeling your worth now, and that's a good thing.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You are meant to. You're all very
Yeah,
important. You're all very special people, and we all say this to you guys enough. Okay, it's why I do the shows that I do. It's why Sister Drew does her shows. It's why Mystical would do the shows, but she'll be back soon. That's why we do the shows that we
yeah,
do.
she'll be back. I'm
Because
getting bad
and other people
storms.
as well, pups. All of us do these. It's Christina. All of us do these shows because we care and because we love you guys. It isn't about how many people we can get in the room or whatever. It's not about that. I wouldn't care if there was only 2 of you sitting in my room. As long as I know that you're okay and I'm
Exactly.
doing what I'm put here to do, I'm happy. You know, I don't want
Exactly,
a massive
paranormal Bob.
following. I just want you to be
That is
happy.
so right.
And
Some people, listen to what Michael says, some people would say, I found God. I disagree. I have found myself. That is so true, Michael.
exactly,
That is on the
exactly.
truest thing you've ever said. Yep. And that's what it's
It
about.
is that.
It's not about going out there and ghost hunting and being the big ghost hunter or the big tarot reader or whatever. It's really just about being yourself and doing what you
It
love
is.
and doing it because you care about people and you
Love
want to
and
help them.
passion.
That is what it
It's a
really
love
is
and
about.
passion. If you're going to
Yeah.
become a witch, you're
And
becoming a
honestly,
spiritual
guys, it cracks me
practitioner,
up
you're going
smile
to
a
go
lot of the
doing your
time.
paranormal, and you're doing it because you want to get famous. You're doing it for the wrong reason then, you know what I mean? Do it because you love it, because you care, because you want to make things better. You want to be a better person.
And
That's
you
why you
care
should be
about
doing it
people.
and helping and
You
being
care
there for
about
people,
people and your
giving people
spirit.
hope when they're in their darkness, giving them hope, giving them something to believe in, because there's a lot of people that don't have no belief in anything. They're giving up on things because they're losing everything.
Welcome in,
You
Ted.
need to be able to show that and show them that no matter what you go through in life and whatever you have to face, you're important and you have the right to be loved and you are loved.
Yeah.
Okay. Sherry, you helped me when I first met you. I was on the couch with an injury, and you were the one on at first on YouTube I met. Then I met Drew and Danny. Yeah, I remember, sister Evie, when you came in. I've met and
Yeah.
helped a lot of people. I've done natural readings, art behind the scene. I would do prayers and spells for them. I when I started my channel, yes, I did my paranormal, but a lot of it was my spiritual stuff. It was my spiritual stuff, and I done streams of music and uplifting stream, prayer streams. Everything was about making everybody else okay, and it will always be that, always. And that don't matter if you're alive or you're dead.
About
I will do it for
helping your
all of you.
fellow man, help your neighbour, help your fellow man. Make sure your
Sherry is a
kids are
beautiful
doing the
person.
same. Make sure you're bringing your kids up to be the best people they can be because they're the future. So if we make sure that we're putting everything into our kids that we value in life, then they're going to be the next generation that's going to walk around and smile at people and be nice to people. So it's important to leave that legacy with your kids because they're the ones that's going to teach their kids that, and they're the ones that's going to teach their kids that. Too many people let their kids do what they want these days, and I'm sorry because I know a lot of people have kids in this chat probably, but there's too many people who just let their kids do what they want. You have to take the structure back. Society has made it that your kids have got the power over you. We are the power over our kids. We make sure that they're getting our morals and they're taking their morals to their kids and vice versa. Too many people are like, oh, my kid wouldn't do that. My son doesn't do that. I'm sorry, but yeah, my son does do it, and I'm glad you came to my door and told me. Get in here, up the stair. Too many people are in denial about their kids, guys. Make sure that your values are on your kids, your grandkids, so that we can make a better world together. And don't let society make sure that you're saying you shouldn't be punishing your kids. Don't bring make sure that you're doing everything right in life because it matters because the world is in a mess and it's all because people have not got structure in their home, and that's the truth, especially
Yeah,
teenagers.
it
There's
is.
too
It
many
is very
teenagers
true.
on the street thinking they, yep,
It is very true,
just
and
make
stuff
sure
like
you've got
that.
good values and teach
For some
people
of
their
us,
values.
we've not really got the opportunity to be involved with our kids that much to be able to be that influence. But
No, but
when you
stop it, I'm
can,
not just saying that.
but
I
that's
mean,
why I do
even
what
in
I do on
schools and things.
YouTube to you guys, because the way that I would
Yeah.
be to my son and daughter is how I educate you guys. Yeah, I mean, and I know that maybe they will watch my videos, and it's a way of me getting those views and facts out there, so that maybe if they did come across my YouTube one day, and they look, they'll see those messages of kindness and how you should act and how you should be, and hopefully they're going to take that on as well as you guys. You know what I mean? And but you
But they
do,
will be
you
like
do,
you anyway. And,
yeah,
the thing is,
yeah. But
you need
when
to
they're in
remember that
the families that they're with, no, they still
they're the
need mum,
future. You know? Yeah, of course. And they
and
know
that's
how
the
you
only way
are
I can
anyway.
speak
You
to them and
just
let them
know
out.
some things. Yeah.
That's how I can
The
really
thing
learn
is,
them, like so they can
the
watch things.
schools are a mess these days as well. All the schools and things are a mess. The kids have actually got power over the teachers and things these days because all they
Mm.
need to do is shout, "Oh, the teacher put their hand on me," or whatever. And it's about making sure that you bring your value to your life, bring that to your kids, and make sure that they're pushing on into life because the world is a mess and there's too many young people out there taking control of the streets, especially where I stay. I don't know about anybody else, but where I stay, the kids are taking over and it's not right. They're
Yeah,
running
no.
riot.
Thank you, Paranormal Hub, for saying that about Sherry is a beautiful person. I try to be. I really do. I have my
Oh,
moments where I
beautiful
get
person.
upset, get depressed, and stuff like that. I do, but I'm only human, and like Sister Kerry's saying, it's your legacy, Sherry. Like I believe that I don't have my kids. Like obviously, something horrible happened here for that to happen to me, but I just don't know how to put it without it. Like, obviously, I love my kids. I want my kids with me and stuff like that. But I don't think I was supposed to have my kids. I don't think I was supposed to be a mum like some people were supposed to be. For some reason, I think that maybe
Yeah.
I'm in this situation and I'm who I am because I'm supposed to be this way and I'm supposed to be an
You're a fairy mother.
influencer and yeah,
You're a
a
fairy
fairy
mother.
mother. Exactly. My babies have been took
Exactly.
from me, and a lot of Fae women and Fae men, when they have their babies and stuff, they do. Some of them do give their children up, and I'm not saying I gave my child up. No, I didn't. But my children were took away from me and were given into other people's relevant life. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm a mum, and I love my kids unconditionally. Nothing I wouldn't do for them, but sometimes in life,
Yeah.
I think paths are chosen for you the way it needs to be for you to be truly who you are, and I believe that's what's happened even though it was done in the most horriblest
Exactly.
way, and it breaks my heart every day because I'd give anything to be with my kids. But I've had to come to terms with
Oh,
that, and I do that in a way like, okay, I've got my kids. My kids know who my son knows who I am. My daughter knows me to an extent, but I wasn't supposed to have them, obviously, in that way. I was meant to give them life, and then they've ended up with other people, and that I'm
but they've
supposed to be who
still
I
got
am.
you in them. So they're going to be
Yeah,
good
they have
people
got me in
because
them,
they've
and
still
that
got
energy
you
will
in
always
them.
be in them. They've got gifts, and I know
That's
that
it.
my boy's got gifts and things like that. He just doesn't really talk about it or use it very much. But I know mum's in. I
Maybe,
know I'm
maybe
in them.
when
I
he's
know that
older,
I'm in
you
them
never
and stuff.
know.
But I'm just like
You know,
explaining it for people that may be in my situation and don't have their kids. Like, how would I learn? Like, you can learn other people to be that way. There's still ways of reaching out there and reaching out to your kids. Do you know what I mean?
just
That
be
there
nice.
is.
Just be a genuine good person and make sure that you're
Yeah.
always doing
Just
your
be you
best.
and
That's
just show
really
them
what it is.
that to be proud of you so that if they do ever come across anything about you, they'd be proud of you. That's, you know,
Yeah.
like luckily I get to see my son. So my son does know my bond with me. I had him for 2.5 years, but he's growing up now. He's living in different families and, he's got issues. So he's changed. You know what I mean? So for
And
me,
he's
like,
16 as well,
it's
so he's a
difficult
young man.
to get
Yeah, he's a
out to
young
him because
man.
he's a young man. He's leaving school. All of these amazing things are going to start happening for him in life now, and I'm not part of that
Yeah.
completely, which I would love to be, but I put my love and my energy into him in other ways through my spell work, through my prayers. I'll pray for him and that he'll do well at school, that he's going to do well when he goes to college, that he's going to be on the right path, stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, very rare.
But something,
Something someone spoke me. I can read people a little. It's unknown. It's unknown or sudden shock. I go woo.
sure,
Well, yeah.
maybe.
with a lot with communication and connecting with spirit and energy and stuff like that. It does happen like that. You'll get like little visions, or you'll get something said in your head, or you'll start to feel something that needs to be said. Like it just comes randomly to you. But these are normally telltale signs of people communicating with you. I mean, when it comes randomly and it's something that makes sense to you, but why is it only come an hour later? Sometimes it takes them a little bit longer to get through to you, and communicate that.
Yeah.
Like you must have done it where you've been
Usually
asleep,
no, it's not
and
your
before you've gone
rainbow.
to bed you've dreamed, and before you've gone to bed you've prayed for something to be shown, or for you to know the way something needs to be, and you've woke up the next day and you've got that idea in your head and you're thinking, yeah, I know what I've got to do now. That is them answering you. It takes time depending on where they are, and things like that. Sherry, he will come back to you soon. I know that he'll come back to me. I know he will at one point. And I don't look for that anymore, Eli, because it just breaks your heart. Yeah, I mean, I don't look at that. I just see that he's there, and he'll know where I am no matter where I go. So it's always going to have that door open. That's all I can do, is him know that he's got a door open always. Same as his sister. You know,
Yeah.
you just have to carry on with life.
What's
You can't
Eli
sit there and
say?
let everything eat you out. And it does eat you up. I went through years of being eaten by that and ended up in a mental hospital and
Eli's
all
saying
sorts,
spiritual
you
pain
know.
is more painful than physical pain, which is so true, Eli. Spiritual pain is hard.
Spiritual pain is probably one of
More
the most
painful than.
worst things about being spiritual and being open is the pain and the feelings and emotions and things that you get. That is the most hardest of all of it. Yeah, definitely. I do agree with that. Sherry, he will come back. Yes, I'm a great believer in that of karma upset the balance and it comes back. Yes, karma does come back, and things that happen to people does turn around and change, for the better sometimes, and the way that it needs to. And I believe that that's why. Yes, before when I was younger, when it happened to me, I was very angry, very upset, very confused and stuff. But now I look at it, that things happen and those things never get forgotten either. So I know that time
Yeah,
and what those people done will that they'll face their comeuppance. It don't matter when it is,
yeah.
and it won't be through my hands. It won't be through my hands. It'll be through my divine energy.
The
You know.
thing is, Sherry, you're good every other day helping other people and things. So the things that you do to help people, you help your fairies, you help all the different spirits and things around you. That goes for something, do you know what I mean? That doing that good deed is probably what is going to make all the good things happen for your kids and for everybody around about you. So it's yang and yang in that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever you
Well, it
do for
is, and that's
somebody
what
else
I'm
is going to come
explaining.
back to
Like
you
that,
and help you.
even though
You
I've
just
gone
do
through
your
this hard
best
stuff,
with anything
I
in
don't
life.
I don't look at it as a
Welcome,
negative anymore.
Christine.
I don't look at it as a negative thing,
Exactly.
and I'm able to do great things, and I help many people, like you're saying, sis. I do, and I find my love and my comfort
Yeah.
through doing that. And I know that in time, like all of my love, all my goodness, all the things I've done will pay for the ones that I love and I want to succeed and be okay in life. You know what I mean? That is why I do this. I do this for the people I love and for the world. I don't do anything to benefit myself. It's for everybody else. That's how it's always been with me. Like it's
Yeah.
just, and it don't matter if you're alive
Welcome
or
in,
you're
Christine.
past.
Nice to
You know what I
see
mean?
you. Listen, I've done so much wrong in my past. As I've told you, so I've been a drug user and things like that. I didn't always do the best for my daughter when she was young because I was too young to know what was right. So all I can do now that I'm an adult and I'm 52 and my grandkids are hearing things is make sure that the mistakes that I did do in the past that I don't repeat them, and I try my best to never ever go back to drugs or anything. I can't say what's in the future. All I can do is do my best now, and that's all I can do, and that's all anybody can do. And start and just be a good person and try and
But
help who you can.
you're amazing as well, sis. You are amazing, and you'll be fine. You've got the right energy
You just
behind
have
you.
to help
Nothing's
people.
like that's going to happen to you again. You know now. You've got lots in your life, and you do amazing things.
Yeah,
And I don't see you going
I
backwards.
try, and that's what's important. I can't see it either.
On a
But you
lighter
can
note,
never say never.
I
And
lit
that's just
a dragon blood incense today. Oh boy, all of the flat side Michael, no, so I light a rose instead. It is strong. Yeah, dragon blood is a beautiful smell, and rose is a beautiful smell, but they're both very prominent smells as well. They do fill your home with like a nice scent. If you're not used to it,
yeah.
it can be a bit like woo. But if you came in my
Just
house,
be
you'd be
careful
used
what
to
one you
incense by the
like.
time you leave. When you come to mine, if you
Oh
came
yeah.
here and you're not used to incense, you'll go home being used to incense, because I have candles and incense on all the time.
Really constant.
Yeah.
I think Sister Sherry's got a big cupboard full of it or something that's just constantly burning.
I've got like two. I've
Constant
got like
endless
a
supply.
little round thing like this that's got about 5 or 6 of them in, and then
I
I've
was
got a
going to
massive
ask
pot
you
that's
where
got
you
about
got
70
that.
or 80 different boxes.
See the sage one that you gave me,
Yeah,
the grey one. I'll need to show you the box next when I'm home. That is the best smelling ever. I need to try and find that. Where did you get that one? Because that is my favourite sage. It's absolutely
I
gorgeous.
think I got that off of
It's
Amazon
the
or
cat. I'll
eBay.
show you the box. Yeah, I'll show you the box and it maybe click your memory because I can't find it anywhere.
I'll have a look.
Yeah. Christine saying, yes, all you can do is be a better person and grow every day. And help where
Well,
you
yeah, I
can.
agree,
That.
Christine,
Smile
sis.
people.
Yeah, and I am a good, but no, we are good people. We've been good people, but we all make mistakes and things like that, and it's just good to be able to just turn your life around and stuff, and I'm glad that I am who I am. Yeah, I don't like everything that I've gone through, but it's a lesson. As I say to you, it's a lesson. And I just don't think I would be who I am and be able to educate and be the person that I am to the extent I am now if I had my kids and
That's
stuff. You know
why
what I mean?
shadow work is there.
Yeah.
Shadow work is there. They go over the things in life that pulls you back. Also, to forgive yourself on the things that you did do wrong. Forgive other people for the things they've done wrong to you. That's what shadow work is. And make sure, yeah, things could go wrong again, for me especially. But I know better coping mechanisms now than I did a way back then. I've got other things in my life that will pull me out anything like that ever happens again. So it's about always learning by your mistakes, always remembering the things that work and the things that don't work. And we've all got problems. I've got problems right now that when I go home I have to solve. Nobody's ever got an easy life. Just
No.
remember that you maybe see us sit here in these chairs week after week and think that we've all got perfect lives and we're all secure in our spiritual path. Definitely not. Without a doubt, no. We've got things going on as well that we have to fight every other day and keep on top of. And it's so easy to be dragged back with different things, but you just don't let yourself be dragged back. That's the important thing. And a lot of
Yeah.
times I think it depends on where your headspace is. That's how I keep saying walk in nature, keep putting your hands on the ground or your feet on the ground, bare feet on the ground, wherever you can. Because if you keep doing that, I'm a great believer in Mother Earth, Father Sky, whoever it may be, the elementals in the woods, even the nature spirits, whatever it may be, they can feel your pain. And if you're kind and good, I believe that they take your pain away. I was standing in front of the ocean today, just letting everything blow away from me. And I felt everything blow away from me. But it's about
Yeah.
putting yourself vulnerable to say, yeah, I did wrong. I want to get rid of this, and this. And forgive yourself for the bad you've done in life. Do you know what I mean? Forgive people that's done bad to you as well. And then push forward and put a line under it and move on. Don't keep
Mm.
revisiting in your head either. If you keep revisiting it, you keep just bringing up all the bad emotions. Push forward, stay positive, and smile at people. And that's my motto, and that's the truth.
Yeah. And that
That's the
it is
God's
a good
honest truth.
motto. It is a good motto. And that is how it should be
Yeah.
and stuff. And um,
And make sure that you
you
don't
have
ever
all had
judge
a hard
anybody
life.
else for no smiling at you, because you'd never know what's going on in people's lives. You just don't know.
Exactly. That is
Yeah,
very
all
true,
you can do
Christine.
is
Like
hear
Danny
about the person. Yeah.
said once, when you're done learning is the day you die. Then we've learned everything we had to, Danny. Yes, Pops has said that, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very true. It is
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
There is not a moment in life while you're here on earth that you're not having learning lessons. It's all there, you know.
We're here to learn, aren't we? That's what the purpose of life is supposed to be. Here to learn, teach others, and move
Sherry,
on.
I don't mean
And
to
hopefully they
sound
come
rude,
back for a second shot.
but you keep adjusting your hair. Someone keeps moving it. Call me weird, but that's what I see. Yeah, the Fae keep going near my hair and move my hair, so I keep like putting it back because like they keep moving
They're
it.
probably stealing it for rope. They'll be stealing wee strands of it for the rope. Sherry will go at the back one day and there'll be hundreds of wee things hanging for the trees and things, and it'll be all made of Sherry's hair. And there'll be little
And
stars on it and
Aura's in
things
here
like
as
that.
well, and Aura's got a thing about touching my hair. Aura loves my hair; she always touches my hair. So yeah, that's who else is here. Because I have it up a lot at the
And
minute,
the
so they
skunk.
haven't seen my hair down for ages because I've had it up all the time because I've been so busy. So I thought I'd have it down today and let it breathe. And Aura's just like this, and the fairies are landing on my head trying to like grab me. It's like, oh, for God's sake, should have just left it up.
They're probably swinging from it. You just can't
Yeah,
see them. They're round the back. Yeah. Just do good in
crazy.
life, guys. Just always try and do your best. That's my best advice for everybody. And forgive yourself for the things that you've done wrong. And life's no easy. Remember that. Anything worth fighting for is hard. It's just the way it is. It's just
Hello,
what
Scott, brother.
life balance is. Hi, Scott, buddy. Nice to see you.
It is true. It is. You have just got to be you guys and enjoy life and connect to nature and stuff. Go out there, put your feet down on the floor. Like if you're somebody that's got medical issues and problems like that and you can't get very far, and maybe you've not got a garden, but you've got a little green communal area, just go and sit out there and just put your feet out there or sit on the grass or whatever, sit in your back garden. I do it all the time. That's why I
Yeah.
made like a spot here in my garden for the Fae and for
Here's the one.
myself because when I'm
Yeah.
ill, I can't always walk to my nature place where I like to go. So I've got a bit of her and them
Yeah.
in my home now. So I've got somewhere I can go and stand out and feel connected. It's not, you don't have to be in the middle of a woods or anywhere to feel Mother Nature. You could just be in your back garden and just sit
Exactly.
there and
Exactly.
relax, make a nice herbal tea or a
And
nice cup
remember,
of tea in the morning, sit there and just relax, let everything just fade away.
even under Father
You
Sky,
know,
the sun, it refreshes you. It all refreshes you. Even the
tea,
wind.
coffee,
Use the
whatever
wind
you
if
have.
you have to. The rain. We get
And
plenty
even
of rain
doing
in
it at night,
Scotland,
I like to
so
do it
just
at
use
night
the
time
rain.
as well. Like when it's dark, and
I
normally when
would
the
do it
moon's
then,
out as well, I'll
actually.
sit out there at night and be like, oh my God.
That's right, it's the new moon tonight. Not the new moon, dark moon tonight. Remember,
Yeah.
guys, that look up to the sky and just get the moon to help you. That's what I do. She's my best friend. She's my soulmate. I've spoke to her since I was a wee girl
Yes,
for all
Scott.
my
That's what I'm
problems.
saying. Like you've got bad leg at the moment, sweetheart, but you could get your wife to put the chair near your front door and you just sit near your front door and put your legs outside. What you got to think is
Hmm?
Mother Earth and Mother Nature are natural healers. And with your pain, even though you're on medication and all that, you will need Mother Earth and Mother Nature's healing as well, because their healing is the best healing of anything. You need a bit of them.
You probably need it more than ever. Try and get
Yeah.
outside, Scott, and try and
Just get your
ask.
wife to put a
When you're
chair
sitting
out
on it,
there
if
and
you
put
ask
it
her where you've
on the porchway bit and you sit out there, get some fresh air, breathe them in, and you'll feel it. You'll probably feel so much better because you're stuck in the house at the minute. You're not getting no air. You're not getting none of your natural healing energy. You know what I mean? You're only getting your medication and that. It'll do you good.
Yeah. And even if you
Oh,
can
yeah,
only
I
sit
know.
out for a little while, just make sure that that little while that you are out, that you're using it for the best that you can. Even if it's just 5 minutes, they know that
It
it's
don't
you
have to
can't
be
sit out because
long.
it's heat or whatever. Just use
It
it.
don't have to be
Yeah,
long.
just make sure that you're using that 5 minutes.
She can do that for me.
She
Yeah,
can
just
do
get her
that
to
for
put a
me.
chair out there. You sit there, even if you're only out there 5 minutes, brother Scott. You know what I mean? At least you're absorbing Mother Earth and Mother Nature, and the natural energy of them is the best healer of anything. It's better than any medication, anything like that. Just being with them. You know what I mean? They know 100% what you're going through. They just need you to connect with them for them to be able to help you. At the minute, being in the house, you're not really thinking about Mother Earth and Mother Nature. But when you're sitting out in it, you'll be enjoying how you feel because you're getting them on you. So you'll be connecting with them. So it'll be really a really good time to just go, can you help me to like heal? And
You
thank you for
know,
being here.
some
I can
guys,
feel
see if you
you,
can spend that
you know,
5 minutes at it. You feel so
5 minutes.
much better. Even if you, yeah, even if you don't feel as if you've done much, if you're like, oh, I've only done 5 minutes, be confident and know that that 5 minutes
5 minutes
is
is more than
something that's
enough.
really helped you. Yeah,
You believe
and
me,
be happy that you managed to get 5 minutes.
the energy and the power of Mother Earth and Mother Nature is beyond imagination. You don't even need 5 minutes if they're going to connect to you properly. I'm telling you, like the rest of it, me sitting there for an hour is not me being healed that
You
whole time.
probably
That's just
think
where
it's
I'm
five
so
minutes
drained from what they've
around.
just done to me. I can't move. I have to wait till I come back. So it took me within 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And then when I'm coming back, I'm just re-
You think it's 5 minutes, it's
regenerating.
probably hours.
That's
That's
true.
true.
It
I
gets stuff.
get
Yeah,
stuff in the
you
head.
need to breathe, brother.
We
You need
hit
to
as well as you
breathe, and you
can.
need to breathe them in and breathe out all that negative energy, and breathe in all the positive. And you need to feel their love and their energy. That's what you need. All of you need it,
Yeah,
probably.
Mother Nature's medicine is the best.
It
Just
is
stick your head out, breathe in the outdoors. Yep,
exactly,
fresh air.
exactly. Even if you
Where's
ain't got
Ellen
anywhere to
right
go,
now is finding it hard. When I
got
go
no
to Nellie's
garden.
house and I usually at night, I usually let her sit outside for 5 minutes. Maybe I just
Yeah,
put her wheelchair. She actually just pushes her wheelchair at the front door. I sit outside and she sits at her chair, but she's missing that because she can't do it because I'm not there. Nobody else does it with her. But even just that for 10 minutes, it makes a big difference. And it's really just about letting the fresh air in your lungs and letting the sun in your face. So you do what you can when you can.
oh bloody hell, Kim sis.
What's Kim saying? I'm in my bedroom.
I'm in bed right now. Was helping my daughter clean. We were trying to fix an AC, and I fell out the window. It fell out the window on me. She felt bad. Felt bad. I told
Oh
them
my
I'm fine, just
goodness.
a few cuts and bruises. Sis, just rest. They'll bloody give me a heart attack.
You fell out the window.
No, something fell out
Did
of the
she?
window on top of her.
All right. Oh my goodness. What are we going to do with you? But I'm alive. Of course you're alive, Kimmy. Oh my goodness. Be careful. Look at the
Heart
laughing
attack.
faces too.
Hello,
She's
brother.
laughing.
The oxygen the oxygen in the air helps your arteries. It does, and it helps a lot of other things as well. And that's why we always say about going into Mother Earth and Mother Nature as well, because the trees and that give you oxygen. It's the best place to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Best place.
Right, you have all to make a promise. Every single person that's in this chat, you have to make a promise. For next Saturday, you are going to try and get out into nature. Just chill out and put your hands on the ground. If you all
Yeah.
say you are going to try it, put a one in chat. I want to see you all do it.
And this doesn't
Put a
mean
one
you've
in
got to
chat if
walk
you're
to
going
a
to try and
woodlands,
connect.
guys. Just in your back garden. If you
You
can't go
don't need to.
far, back garden,
Yep,
front garden, wherever, just somewhere where nature is. Put a one in the room if you're going to try and do that.
even if
Seriously,
it's
guys,
just
once you
out
start
your
doing it,
front
you'll
door.
feel good.
Do it honestly, and I bet any money you come here next week and say that you were happy you did it. Even if you've done it 100 times before, do it for me.
Sunday, good.
Try your hardest to even look
That's
at your
tomorrow.
front door. Thank you, Scott. Definitely do it. Thank you,
Kerry,
Kimmy. Thank you,
Kim,
Tara.
Evie, good.
Eva. Good.
Yeah, you've really got to do it,
And you
guys.
come back
Seriously, the more
next
you
week
do it,
and
you'll
tell us
see the
how it felt.
benefits. You'll probably feel the benefits the first
Yeah,
day
you're
doing it, to
gonna
be
love it.
honest.
It helps you so much. I don't think I would be the person I was
Even if you've
today
not got
if I didn't start getting into the room.
I've only got 2 windows in my apartment, one in each room. It was horrible during my back surgery recovery.
Yeah, open the window, Christine.
Just
Even
open
if
the window,
you
Christine, and
can't
just
get
stick your head
outside,
out there.
even just open the window and get fresh air. Yeah. My big sister can't get outside, so she
Tiggs,
just really puts her wheelchair at the
Christine,
door, and then that the
Christine's going
sun
to
in the
try.
face
That's
and
good.
things helps her.
Tiggs is going to try.
Christine, good. You're all going to try. I love that. I love that you're all going to try it, guys, because it really is important. And if you can, if you are privileged enough that you can sit on the ground and put your hands on it, try that. And I bet any money that you are like, that was the best experience in my life. Before you know it, you'll be connecting to the elementals, you'll be connecting to the trees, and you'll start to feel a lot better in your mental health
Forest and
and your daily life.
Forest and trees, weird
Weird
subject. I do
subject.
love nature, but why do people have it that thing that the forests are evil? This stuff of oxygen and peace, weird people.
I don't know, Michael. I've never heard that before. That most people think the forests are evil. I know what you no, I think I know what you're talking about. See, all the ghost hunters and things that I know have always went into the woods and felt it bad. That's why I wanted to go to the witches' woods with haunted finders because I have never ever felt anything bad in any woods. And that's why I don't understand a lot of people saying that they do feel energies in the woods that's evil and bad. Because me personally, I've never ever felt it. So that's why I wanted to go to places like the Witches' Woods and things just to see what's went wrong, if I can feel it out. Because I've never ever felt anything bad in any wood.
Like there is energy around. There's energy that can go anywhere. Okay, yeah, but like all of this stuff the all like any woods you go into is normally a really peaceful and a really good place to go to, and it's beautiful. You might have little areas where it feels a bit off spot or strange because something might have happened there, but it's not evil. It's just a left
Mm,
energy. It's a left energy. Like this
yeah, it
witch
could
woods,
be.
yeah. That witch was still a person. It's her energy. You know what I mean? It's not that it's
Yeah,
evil. It's just what she did because she was a witch and apparently done bad things. They class her as being evil, but you don't know what she went through again in life or what she suffered or what was done to her. So people just presume because she's a witch and because she's in the woods and she done some things that were off character that she's evil. But you don't know what again. You don't know what that person went through in life and why she done that.
yeah. I've got a
So
theory of that.
it's
I've got a
important.
theory of the Witches' Wood. I think if there was a witch in the woods, I feel as if she's put up like protection and things around that area because Tom and Dave was walking into the woods one day and there was these wee witchy dolls and things hanging up and straight away they felt it was negative. And I had said when I was in the chat or on the I can't remember if I said it in the chat or I said it after the video. No, in fact it was after the video. I'd said to Tom that some of these things that you find hanging in the woods, they're not evil. They're most likely it's witches or spiritual people have put them there to help heal the trees. They've helped to, they've probably put them there to help the spirits of the woodlands. That's where a lot of people go wrong. They see these things hanging around the trees and things, and they automatically think that witches have put them there to be bad. And it really is probably just protection. It's never usually
Yeah,
anything bad.
a lot of the stuff in there is normally
Hmm.
like protection spells or it's healing. They've put up symbols for healing
Yeah.
of nature, things like that. Same when you see like the ribbons and the strings that they put on the trees. It's not anything negative. It's giving love, it's giving healing, it's giving strength, it's giving guidance and things like that. Believe it or not, somebody putting a little sign on a tree or putting string on tree and that, if you're somebody that's new to the forest and you get lost, you'll remember those strings. It's a way out as well. So it's not a negative
Mm,
thing, it's just that people portray it to be.
mm.
And a lot of the energy there that don't feel good or don't feel nice isn't that they're not nice, it's maybe they've gone through things in life and things happen to them and that residual energy stays. That's all it is. It's all it is.
It's usually protection.
And
Protection or
these
healing.
symbols are
It
not
usually
negative,
is.
they're protection and healing, guidance. um but some of them are for bringing balance and cleansing the ground and stuff. I do a lot of this myself, and
Yeah.
putting up your strings and stuff, the red strings, green strings for love and healing,
Mhm.
growth. You know, it's many reasons why it's putting there, and none of it is bloody negative. None of it is negative. None of it.
Mhm.
You
I'd
know what I
love
mean?
to experience the Witch's Wood. I must admit, I really would
I
like
want
to
to go to the
experience the
Witch's Wood
Witch's
because
Wood.
it is
And
interesting, and I
yeah, we
don't
need
think
to
it's as
find it
bad
and
and
we'll
as
go.
negative as people make it out to be. I just think they misunderstand the energies there because they don't get the energies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's
And
what it is.
what
It's
you
just
got
a
to think, if you've
misunderstanding.
gone there all this time and she's said a few things because she's angry or upset, and they presume she's negative and she's evil, and they say that all the time, in the end, this is going to piss someone off because she's not like that. She was just angry at that time, maybe, and she's trying to get a point across. A
She's
lot of
got to
people
be
jump on
careful
that and go, oh,
too.
she's evil, she's bad, she's this, she's that, blah, 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 blah. Like, just talk to her, try to understand her, and maybe something else will come out. I
Look
don't
what
know.
happened when I went up Lover's Lane. When I went up Lover's Lane and I came across that witch, I thought I'd done something wrong and she was bad, and then Uncle Danny told me it was just because I was up on her land and I hadn't asked permission. So what did I do? I went back with an offering, and then from
Yeah,
then on, I feel as if I could go up there anytime I wanted, and that's
it could
what
be
it
a
is.
lot
It's
of
about
reasons.
respect.
It could be a lot of reasons, like she's saying, trespassing on her area. Maybe she didn't like you in that area. If you'd have gone, maybe if they go back and give her an offer and say, we apologise for like disrupting you, we're not here to hurt you, and that she'd probably be fine. Do you know what I mean? They're protective of their
Probably.
land. What you got to remember is witches lived off their land, looked after their land, looked after their areas, and they don't want just anybody walking on their areas. So they're going to get peed off and say something to you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
No different to us sitting in
And
our house and
remember,
somebody
we
just
don't know
suddenly
what else
walks in our
is
house that we don't know. We're going to be
there.
like, who the hell are you? And get the hell out my house. We would act the same way.
We don't know what else is there. The protection's maybe not up for humans, it's maybe up for something else. So she's maybe warning us we shouldn't be there for a reason. That's another flip side there. You
Yeah.
just don't
And
know.
that's what a lot of these symbols are. Like there'll be certain witches that communicate with certain energies, and other witches that maybe have deceased and they've asked for certain things to be done of places. I have it done to me all the time, and I will put things up for those specific
Yeah, but
energies
I heard
or
that as
those
well.
specific trees that they're wanting to be healed. It isn't anything to do about healing anybody else. It's healing that place itself and the spirit in that place. So
Yeah.
you can see why they would get protective. If you're disrupting their area when they're trying to get themselves cleansed and make themselves feel better, they're going to get a bit peed off, aren't they, if you're just walking in their area?
And look what Evie's saying, but Evie's saying I heard that it wasn't only the witch. The Satanists have claimed it as their own and do rituals there apparently. See, that's another thing. The witches this day, if there is witches still in that area, they have maybe went back to try and claim back the land. Remember, in that witches' woods, if it's the same people I'm talking about, if you walk away up the back, there is an actual old fort there. So the old fort, they could be protecting the old fort's energy or anything. Would you? You don't know.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. And you know, yeah, it could be that. And you know, sometimes that can make some of them upset, especially if it isn't really how they practiced and stuff like that. So yeah, you know.
My screen is jumping about as if something's trying to communicate. Look at it.
Yeah, no, there is something going in and out and in and out. That's why I've turned my camera off, because I kept seeing something behind me, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Something is really trying to take over my tablet, guys. I've got you on the tablet tonight because my mic on my phone is goosed. So these are on my tablet and the screen is jumping everywhere. There's a way. My God. It's nuts.
I can still see you, sis.
That's exactly. I'll put it up now. Yeah. Yeah, but I've got the screen up with the comments on it because I can't see the comments unless I can't look at me and you. I've got to put the comments up or I wouldn't see comments. So that's why I've got the comments up, but it keeps jumping back and forward. Yeah. Or you could feel a pulsing of the ground and leg out. The thing is, I'm telling you the news. See the other day there, we were when I felt that pulse. Oh, we were up at the
I
hotel.
don't know about it.
I told Sherry about it. Remember I told you, Sherry, about when we crossed the road to go get the apples, and we
Yeah.
heard these crickets. There was like crickets in the ground. But then all of a sudden the ground started to feel as if it was vibrating, and I was like, oh, I need to get out of here. It was going zoom, zoom, zoom. That's what the ground was doing. It was vibrating. I was like, oh no, I
It
don't
was
like this. I'm
connecting.
out.
That's what it was doing. It was connecting to you. But like I was saying,
Probably.
like I said to Sis on there, like when you go and experience these new energies and feel that, it can be quite scary when you're not expecting it. But just embrace it, because when you do embrace it, it feels so amazing after. You're like, wow, like
Yeah.
you feel like you're walking on clouds,
It was
literally, because you just feel so
strange.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But if you're not used to it, it
It
can be
was
quite
bloody
scary.
strange. Yeah. Because I thought it was just crickets at first. I thought, oh, listen to the crickets. But it was jumping around. It like 1 minute it was here, 1 minute it was there, it was there, and there.
We
And then it
have
was as if there was a going through the ground. It was nuts.
We have chatted about good and evil. What about chaos? Chaos to me is not negative either. I think chaos is just is an energy and a movement that is seen very much in nature and stuff. It's all about movement, and I believe that chaos brings you on your path sometimes because of what you go through and things like that. It's that's a strange one to talk about. The
Chaos. Remember, chaos is like an out of control energy. So as long as you're trying to control a lot of your path, a lot of the things that's going on in your own space, your own life, then that chaos energy that tries to come in and take over won't get in. So don't let yourself feed into that chaos energy, because then you're going to spiral. Try and always keep yourself grounded and know and solve it. Try and deal with each problem as it comes up. Don't try and get ahead of problems, because then you are going to just get chaotic and chaos is going to win. Try and just do what you can when you can, and control little parts of your life, and then it won't go chaos.
like I see chaos in a completely different way, because I have worked through the energy of chaos. It's not all negative. Chaos isn't, like obviously when you're doing something bad or anything like that, or like things really bad going on in your head, yes, don't look into it. But sometimes you can
Yeah,
switch the chaos around into something positive, which is what I do a lot, because I've got a lot of chaos in my life at the minute. And it's learning how to change that chaos, So putting yourself directly in front of it and facing it and moving on from it is how you need to work with it. And what you've got to remember is chaos is another a way of learning about things, and it strengthens you and things like that. It's another energy of this world. Chaos is in nature a lot, and in a lot of
yeah,
our energies that we work with. It's not a negative thing. It's just, if you're not expecting it, or you're in a really bad place, then it can go the opposite way. You know what I mean? But if you're
mm,
somebody that's in control of your life and you know how you want your life to do, and a bit of chaos is coming in, you'll know how to switch that and be like, right,
yeah. You just
that
have
might be
to
happening,
handle
but
it
I
as
can
it's
switch
coming
it
up.
to that.
Yeah,
There's
you've
many
got
ways
to
with
try
it.
and control it before it
My
spirals.
wife thinks, seeing what's that one?
All right, about his comp, about his work, sis.
Oh right, yeah. No, like you just got to take things at your own pace at the moment, brother. Like get yourself better and stuff first, and listen to what your guides are telling you, because your guides know what's best for you and stuff. Always listen to your guides, and always know that they're there no matter what. Chaos can mean different things. Chaos magic is just a bit of this and a bit of that. Yeah, chaos magic isn't negative. Chaos magic is where you're using both the good and the bad energy to make something relevant in what you're doing. You know what I mean? So there's chaos magic. The chaos energy is not even bad itself if you know how to work with it and understand
Yeah.
it. It's all movement.
But
All of these
remember,
things are here
guys,
to learn and teach you.
yeah, and that's why you always stay grounded, so you can
Yeah.
keep on top of these things.
I tell she can turn negative energy into a positive thing. I tell, just listen. Yeah, no, you can. And that's what I do, because I have a lot of chaos in my life at the minute. So when I get there and I'm
To
having a
keep
bad day,
control.
I'll light up a candle and I go, right, okay, I'm having a really bad day. This is happening. But can I change it into this? Can I do this? So the energy of chaos, please give me the strength into my positive thinking. And the chaos will attribute to that, making my energy of my positive more powerful. You can use it the
Yeah.
right way if you learn how to do it. It's like, say, have you ever walked in the eye of the storm? I've walked in the
It's
middle of
about
the
the
eyes of
balance
chaos and
again.
storms all the time, and I still come out better
Balance,
the other end.
guys. Remember, for every chaotic thing, there's a something
Yeah,
calming. Always try and go back to the opposite if you're trying to control something. Go to the
yeah.
opposite of it.
Don't look at it as being a negative thing. Just carry on with life, and just know that it's there to learn you a lesson and to
Hub,
teach
do
you about
not
things. That's what it's
apologise for your
there.
spelling, Brother Michael. We're all terrible spellers, believe me. Spell check is my friend.
It's fine. I am dyslexic myself, so I would not worry about that.
Well, I
Um,
use spell check.
yeah. That's
I
what,
cannot believe we've been on 2 hours. That's nuts.
it's been nearly 2 hours. It don't feel like 2 hours, but I've
Yeah,
enjoyed the
good
showing
luck.
that. But just remember, guys, that just to be yourself and to just take what you are and enjoy it and just live life, okay? And stop
So
looking at
honestly,
every
keep
energy
telling me
that you
that.
come into communication with as being negative. All of this energy, all of the things around you are there to learn you lessons and to help you. And just
And
better to look
remember,
that
it's
way at
not
them.
meant to be easy. If life was meant to be easy, then we would probably not all have a good life because we would just be
Okay,
handed
how do I know
things,
I've got
things
a
would just be
guide?
given.
Paranormal Hub, we all have spirit guides. We all have spiritual guide energies of all places. The way to know that your guide is there is talking to it and communicating with them. Ask them to give you signs, give
Yeah.
you a name. You could write it down. I'm trying to reach out to my guide and I'm asking for your name and I'm asking you to come in to accompany me and help me. You could say it out loud. You could think it in your head. It doesn't matter how you do it. Just speak to them. That's the first step with communicating with them. Speak to them. Tell them that you're aware of their energy being there, and could they just show this, like show a sign that they're there, and maybe give a name to you, and you could just communicate with them and stuff. You'll learn how when they're around you, how they make you feel. You'll know when they're giving you different energy feelings in situations. Like you'll
Trust
learn how
yourself.
to work with them.
Trust what you're feeling. Ask
There is someone
the.
always close to you. Your guide is always there. If you're actually feeling somebody very close to you all the time, that is more than likely your spirit guide. Okay, so just calling out to them. I am very aware of your energy being here. Is this my spirit guide? If so, could you open up to me? Could you give me your name, and could you help me to with in my
Find out
life
what you're
path and
feeling.
they'll they'll
Most of
be
the
there.
time, if I've got a message in my head and I think,
Mm.
where did that come from? Then I've remembered, wait a minute, that's not my thought. I've no usually think that. So it's either coming from my guides or it's coming from something that wants to try and teach me to. So remember that some of your own thoughts, some of the things that you think aren't your own thoughts. And a lot of the time, if it's something positive, it's your guides trying to guide you that this is better than this, or try and look into that. If you feel that there's a thought in the middle of nowhere and you're thinking, where did that come from? It's probably your guides. So try and listen to that voice, because that's the voice that is your inner self and things. So try and listen to the little voices that you don't feel that that you feel came from nowhere, because that is your intuition and your guides usually speaking.
The the voice in your head is the doorway and the connection to the spirit realm to talk to the spirits. Okay, so when you're getting like a voice speaking in your head, or like Sis is saying, random messages and things pop in your head, it is them talking to you. There's no
Yeah,
question. It is.
you've got to
And
trust it.
you can always tell the difference between when you've got your voice head talking back to you and spirits talking to you. It's
Yep.
completely different. Like you could have asked a question three
Yeah.
hours ago and suddenly an answer to that question 3 hours ago has come in your head. That's them communicating with
And
you.
it's usually the voice you don't like, the
Yeah,
voice
and
of
it's normally
reason that'll
a
say,
scary,
I'm
they
going
might
to eat this
sometimes
cake, and it'll say
sound
don't.
scary or tinny or echoey, and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to listen to that. And it isn't. It's just what you've got to remember, they're in different realms to us, so they're going to sound different to what we sound like.
Yeah.
You've got to remember that. So that whenever you get a message, or you hear somebody speak to you, or you might get a little picture vision, or you might get something weird that happens when you ask something, take notice of those things, because that is their ways of communicating with you.
Journal.
You know what I mean? And
Journal,
telepathically is
journal.
the best way. Is through the head. They
Yeah.
talk. A lot of them talk through your head.
Or your dreams.
You know what I mean?
Remember and write things down.
Yeah.
Because often the dreams
Journal.
or whatever you get just now will be for the future. So when you look
Journal it.
back, you think, oh my God, that happened. Yeah, journal.
Yeah, and I've
It's
said
so
this so
important.
many times to you, write it all down, because, you know, you might get something and go, what the hell are they talking about now? Like, nothing is relevant now, but you'll go back to your book in
All the
3
time.
months' time, because you've had something happen. You'll be like, oh my God, they were telling me from the beginning about that warning and what's going to, you know what I mean? It's all about listening. You've got to be in communication with yourself, and you've got to be willing to listen, feel, and hear. See, feel, hear. It's so important.
And remember, we're the teachers of tomorrow. So anything that you are doing today, try and teach it to somebody else. So one of your kids, a stranger on the street, smile at them, and then they might go smile at somebody else, and it's all a
Yeah.
knock-on effect. So
And I
try and
don't
just
mean
do
when I
your
say
best.
to you, when I say to you about seeing, I don't mean that you've got to go out and see ghosts and stuff like that. What I mean is see in what you're feeling and what you're getting, and what any images you might have it through dreaming. You might just like go off into a daydream and something weird image comes in your head, stuff like that. They do a lot of different things. It's reading it, writing it down, because everything that they come to you about, everything that they say to you is relevant. Even if it's not relevant to you at that time, it's going to be relevant. They will not give you information that is not needed and not to be known. They will not do that. That's what you've got to remember.
And I think it's just about trusting.
Yeah,
Trusting
trust
what
yourself.
you
If you can't trust yourself, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not.
feel.
But we've been
And
on nearly 2 hours, guys. Like literally, we was worried about what we was going to talk when I come on, because my
we're
head was a
always
bit
the
blank.
same.
But we've
Us, it was going on for an hour, Sherry.
yeah, we never go for an hour though. You know what we're like. It's a 2-hour stream, so I'm not going to moan.
I'm travelling home tomorrow, guys, so I'm going to go to my bed. Just 5 minutes.
Drew,
if
I'm
that's
seeing a bit
okay.
of movement behind you, a small dark patch moving slowly. Maybe the camera, or you have a visitor. She's at Sister Kerry's, so she might have somebody about and stuff. You never know.
Yeah, no,
You
it's my
probably want
hair,
to get
guys. It's
guides
the way
or
my hair is.
energies.
I think it's
So
just
you're
the way
going
my
home
hair
Sunday,
is.
sis?
Yeah, I'm going home tomorrow night. Ooh. It's
Yeah.
Kerry.
So
She's
Sister Drew's
taking
going
me
to be
out.
so Sister Drew's going to be
Yeah, I'm
going
going
home
home.
tomorrow then, guys. So she'll be back and stuff.
Yeah. I'll
But what I'm going to
travel
do is,
home tomorrow, which is Sunday. I'll probably travel home. I'll probably be back in Scotland by Monday morning, to be honest. If it's not
yeah.
late Sunday night, Monday morning, it just depends on what's going on in Bristol. Because I have to go through Bristol to get home.
What was that? Like one time I was trying to sleep, but my mind wouldn't stop. Then I heard a voice yell in my head, shut up. I was like, okay, and went to sleep. Yeah, sometimes they will tell you off. If you're overthinking things and that, they make you shut off and they'll shout at you. I have it all the time. All the time. But believe me, guys, they are only doing it for your benefit. They know what's best for you, and they know what's needed for you. And don't ever question what you're getting. Your deities and energies, your guides will not let nothing bad get to you. Okay, these messages are from them. Okay, so just remember that, and just have some candles and crystals and stuff out, just to bring that extra protection. That's all you got to do.
Downloads, I get them. They are helpful. They are helpful. Try and write it down when you get them. It's important.
Yeah.
Or even speak them into a dictaphone or something.
Anything. Record it on a voice thing. Write it in a book. Whatever you feel's more comfortable for you. But just do that, guys, because all of the messages they send you is for a reason. Okay, so you need to have that awareness. But it's been 2 hours. We are going to get off of here now, because poor sis has got to get some sleep, and I've still got to finish this Faye video off. So We really appreciate you coming in. We're really glad that you enjoyed the
Thank you,
conversation and
guys.
that it's been exciting for you all. And thank you, Sister Drew and Sister Kerry, for coming and joining me on the stream as well. Love you both.
Always a
And
pleasure. I love it. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
exactly. And to all of my angels in the room, we love you unconditionally. Have a
Hey,
very
guys.
pleasant evening and night. And we
Thank
will
you,
be back
everyone.
tomorrow.
See you
Another night.
guys. See you soon.
Bye.
There's Kerry saying bye.
No voice.
Bye,
Night night,
everybody.
sis,
Bless
and night night, all
you.
my angels. I'll just give you the time to write in the room, so I'm going to do the outro. Talk to you soon. Bless be and a merry parting from us all.
Thank you, Brother Scott. Bye.
PWI Spiritual Investigators here. I would like to thank you for joining my show today. I hope that you have enjoyed it and have been inspired. Remember that the paranormal and the strange and the unknown are very real, and I hope that you will join us again for another show. Don't forget to tune in and keep your eyes out for the next one. And I bid you a merry parting and thank you for watching. And may you have a blessed evening. Blessed be.